As you can see, auto chess games gained popularity since its release in 2019, pushing the likes of Valve, Tencent, Dragon Nest Studios, and Riot Games to create their own versions of the game. Among all these companies, Teamfight Tactics showed dominance as the top auto chess game in the industry, destroying the competition from when it was launched until now. In fact, within a week of its release, its mobile downloads were more than 3 times compared to their competitors, achieving a whopping 3.6 million downloads. Fast forwarding into the present of this new genre of auto chess games, it currently sits as the top 16th game on the largest streaming platform, Twitch.tv, and only one major company competes with Riot in the space, as Valve's Dota Underlords and Tencent's Chess Rush called it quits due to the lack of popularity and gameplay. So how does Riot and its team of developers keep the competition at bay and continue to dominate in the space? Well, luckily, I spent countless hours of research and found 3 major factors that contribute to Riot's success. So let's get into it. For the first factor, Teamfight Tactics had a first mover advantage into the space. They tapped into a huge base of gamers, as TFT is a subgenre to the most watched game on Twitch, League of Legends. In the last 365 days, LoL has a whopping 1.3 billion watch hours, ranking number 1 in the gaming category. LoL's massive player base leads to no surprise in helping TFT hit that 3.6 million mobile downloads and a solid 15.2 million watch hours on Twitch within its first week of launch. Moreover, the peak viewership between the 4 games shows a huge difference, with TFT being 6 times larger compared to the next competitor. This shows promise of the continued dominance that TFT has until today. This leads to the second and arguably the most important factor, their passionate team of game developers. This is where Mortdog, TFT's gameplay director, and his team come in, as they rigorously and methodically improve the game, from small aspects such as the overall layout of the game, to large aspects such as adding new in-game mechanics like portals and augments, to keep the game interesting and challenging for its players.
Wow.
This keeps the large player base hooked and wanting to see more of what the game can become. Additionally, what sets them apart is their transparency with the TFT community about bugs, updates, and patches about the game real time. Mortdog streams on Twitch himself to connect with his viewers to answer the important and hot topics regarding the game. He even mentions that they already have plans for Sept 13, showing the business savvy that he has.
What I can tell you is we already have ideas for set 11, 12, and 13. Although 12 we have to verify, but 11 and 13 are going to be great. So
Riot doesn't even require him to do this and does it at his own time, as seen in his Twitch bio. This shows his and his team's dedication to keep the community thriving and well connected. So a huge hats off to them for all the effort. And for the third and final factor, adding fuel to the fire in 2 creative ways. The first way is through creating a competitive scene. Competitive scenes is a well-known tactic to bring in more watch hours and players to the game to see if they have what it takes to reach its pinnacle. As the game's popularity continued to rise, the competitive scene followed suit, starting with Twitch rivals and influencer-driven competition. The likes of Disguised Toast, Hafu, and Keithy Soju were part of this big event, bringing awareness to the game. Then, this rapidly grew into global tournaments, as they already have 6 world championships ever since the 3rd set of the game. This kept TFT's momentum alive and increased its following. The other creative way that Riot is fueling the fire is through the huge Riot event that happened in January 2023. I like to call this event the Great Migration. The Great Migration started when Riot's 12-year partnership with Garena ended, allowing Riot to add more fuel to the increasing player base of TFT in the C region. The Great Migration allows the current player base that Garena has to keep their LoL and TFT assets during the transfer to Riot servers. C is known as one of the top mobile gaming regions, but TFT was not easily accessible as there was no mobile version of the game. Luckily, this is now in the works, as Riot has been advertising the pre-registration of TFT's mobile version in the Android App Store. Thus, it opens the opportunity for mobile gamers that want to experience the amazing strategy game that Riot has developed. It's clear that these 3 factors are part of the blueprint that make Teamfight Tactics the most dominant game in their genre. This leads to the question, will any other auto chess game reach the pinnacle and compete against TFT? Or will this always be a monopoly for Riot? Thank you all for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more TFT content. Ciao!